Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's session, Networking Strategies, Build Connections that Open Doors. My name is Roman Romanko. I am upskilling pillar lead at Babylon and also the graduate of Babylon Association. And I'm really glad to make the time to be here, where you had just arrived in Switzerland, are exploring a new career path, or are building your own venture. You are in exactly the right place. To guide us through this, we are fortunate to have Julia Kurt with us, a networking strategist and career coach who has helped countless professionals rebuild confidence and careers through genuine connection. She brings not just strategies, but real life stories that will inspire you to act. Julia, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words. For the ones who don't know me, who's talking today to you? So my name is Hülya, origin Turkish, grew up in Germany, and then landed again back in Istanbul as I was 18. Started to work as a sales secretary. That time we didn't have any computers or something like that, all these fancy gadgets that we have. Started here and there, landed in a multinational company, again sales secretary, put my nose into customer admin, and then I moved up the ladders. Business admin manager, traveled around the world, did certifications, married, got a kid, and I landed as an expat in 2005 in Geneva. Worked for the same company for 32 years. Then I was made redundant. Surprise, surprise. This is what happens all the time. And I decided to create my own company. So I did my coaching diploma. I'm an accredited master coach now in Korea, in capacity building, and also I'm an author, a professor at a private university, and I love speaking on stage. I call myself a network marathon runner because networking is the key or unspoken key to success. So, with that, this is me who's talking to you today. And I've got the absolute delight to talk about something which is dear to my heart, which I do all the time. It's a constant effort networking. So, when I go around the clock, and I'm just checking here, and you can type it in the chat. What comes to mind? One word. What comes to mind when you hear networking? Type in the chat. I want to see the words. What comes to mind? Connection. That's positive. Nice. Joy. New opportunities. What else do we have here? Okay. Getting to know new people. Okay. Absolutely correct. It's all positive vibes in this group. Talking and learning, Irina. Yeah. Talking and learning. Yeah. Right. So nice. I mean, the whole group is very positive about networking. Sometimes people have different ideas or perceptions of networking. And we are a cozy little group, so I can pick on you and we will do a role play as well. So, networking is the number one unspoken rule to find a job. Why? Because more than 70% of job applications are actually, or jobs are going undercover. It's about who knows who, unfortunately. So, networking is number one to introduce yourself. I heard learning, I heard and listened and read talking. That's it. It's new opportunities. So let's go into some reasons why we should do network. It's here, market your business. Maybe you have your own business, or market yourself. Market, generate new business and new connections and new opportunities, job search, career change, right? Getting inspired, learning something new, which already someone told here and read and wrote. Meet new people, but not always like-minded people. Also, different-minded people. When I say that, I'm coming from a solid corporate world, but that means what? I'm actually in financial information sector, but now I also go to networking events or conferences, which has got nothing to do with me. Nothing. Zero. Health, life science. I'm invited because of United Nations to speak on human rights. I'm not an expert, but I'm coming from an angle of a civil society. And I forgot actually to mention as well, I'm the international president of Organization Women International Trade. So that creates another angle there. Exchanging ideas and solving maybe problems as well. Because when we share, that means our pain is getting into half. And sharing or solving a problem or sharing that problem, what does this mean? I mean, I'm just looking around. Yeah? That means the following. Imagine, and everyone live that. You've got a problem at home. Let's say you've got a health problem. Your tooth is aching. You first contact your friend and say, hey, do you have a dentist? Is that correct? I mean, I do this all the time. Let's raise hands. Let me see. Do we do that? Yes, not, yep. Absolutely. We contact first our friend. Do you have a contact? And then we contact the dentist. Because why? We trust that person. We trust that person so much that we don't even question. And that's the same in the job market. I was team manager. I was hiring manager. And if I needed an employee, what we did, we always had monthly meetings amongst team managers. And then I asked around, okay, you know what? I need to have someone who speaks Arabic fluently. Do you have someone? Someone immediately says, yep, I know someone. Send me over the CV. I got the CV. What do? I go directly to HR. I'm the hiring manager. HR is the facilitator. I tell them, contact this person. I want to have an interview. If that person is actually averagely good in the interview, I will take that person because I trust my friend. And therefore, I will hire because I can teach you anything. I can teach you the corporate system. I can teach you the corporate world. It's me who decides. So therefore, networking is key. Not only in person though, also online. Let's go into the benefits of networking. Let's have an overview. So be an insider, gain connections, be visible, because if you're sitting at home, no one will know that you exist. You need to be out. Improving image, you can do that as well. Positioning yourself. If you are out and talking to people, you gain an understanding about the job market. You gain an understanding about where you want to work. You gain an understanding what is the marketplace. Because if you're sitting at home, we might read, but reading and hearing from people in the field is a complete different story. Regaining trust. You need to be trustworthy, and that requires consistency. So you need to show up consistently in a different setting for a networking association, for example, Organization Women International Trade or Bevel On or any other. You need to be consistent. That creates trust, that creates credibility and visibility. Develop interpersonal relationships. Very important in nowadays. Thanks God, ChatGPT cannot replace that yet. Thank you. Thank you. So we need still have human. And I say human to human connection is immensely, immensely important. Sharing knowledge, increase opportunities. So some benefits of networking. But there are 3 types of networks that do exist: strategic, operational, developmental. What is strategic, do you think? You can unmute yourself. Let me see how many people we are. We are 10. Yeah, we are 8. Okay. Anyone who would like to raise their hand, raise your hand and let's see. Oh, it comes out automatically, you see. So strategic is really following the trends, seeing what's going on. Could be local or global. I know you are spread around Switzerland. Some are in Swiss Romand, the others are in Zurich. You might be in the Italian section. See what's going on locally but act globally. Operational, really day to day. With whom do you deal? Normally in the world of corporate, of course, it's our direct manager, it's direct employees. In your context, it might be as well the Gemeinde, the municipality, any local events that are happening, local celebrations, that even creates credibility. Even if you don't understand the language completely, it does not matter. What matters is to show up, showing up no matter how and what. And developmental, that could be any alumni, Rotary clubs, Toastmasters, but also sports clubs. So there even you create networking in a gym, in fitness, in tennis, because you are in the club and you start to talk. And the more you talk, the more you will introduce yourself. So these are some areas where we can have and increase our network. So before I dive into the 5 golden rules of networking, which is at the moment just going quickly, anything that you would like to make as a remark or comments or any questions? What questions do you have so far for me? And you can unmute yourself. Let me see. You can raise your hand. So far, so good? It looks like it.
Clear. No.
Julia, you wanted to say something?
I told that everything is clear now, so
Thank you. And so far, so good. Thank you. Thank you, Julia. And Larissa.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to to get these new things. Just maybe it's not so new, but it's so structured, and I'm excited and looking forward further.
Perfect. So let's continue our journey on networking, huh? So we understood the landscape, so this is great. But the 5 golden rules of networking, what are they? So let's reveal the big secret. It's not a big secret. You shall be curious and open. You should have, and I need to stop this sometimes, you should have or act as like a child. You remember when you were a child? Or actually, the moms might remember. Do you have kids? Anyone has got kids? Yeah. They ask hundreds of questions, Irina. They're curious. They do it. They don't think about consequences because they don't have that mindset of consequences. Oh my God, imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. How am I going to? They just do it. Get back to be a child again. Curious, open, no overthinking. Just do it. It's absolutely fine. Showing up, being present is number 1 key to successful networking. The rest will evolve. Second, have fun. Yeah, it's work, network. It has got in its name, work. And the net, that's a spider web. Who knows who? You have no idea. One door will open another. And sometimes I get surprised myself. From something comes up where I have no clue where it came from. You shall move out of your comfort zone. Absolutely. I'm not going to push you out of the edge here. No, not at all. But getting out of your comfort zone. And what is that? Getting out and about. Picking up yourself from the couch, from the sofa, from Netflix to out being present. That requires effort, energy, and it's not easy. Correct. However, that is creating your brand. And you introduce yourself to people who might be useful later on. Sitting at home, not doing anything, from nothing comes nothing. So we need to be a bit more courageous. Then some people, I don't know what you think, so let me see. Go away. Oh. To receive, you shall first give. Some cohorts, the perception was the following, and that was a bit an interesting insight, that networking is superficial. Networking is exploiting other people. Networking is that we always ask for something. What's the opinion here? And you can actually raise your hand and tell us what you think. Anyone who would like to unmute themselves? Irina,
Irina.
please go ahead.
Yes, good day. Well, my opinion on this topic, it's like vice versa, 50% or maybe 60 and 40. Sometimes you ask, sometimes you give. There are people who you give, and there are people who you ask from. So it depends on the purpose, where you go to create your network and how it develops.
Thank you, Irina.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irina. Absolutely spot on. It really depends on the goal that you have for that networking, right? We don't know, it's always different. But again, you all have skills, you all have abilities, you are experienced. So you have got lots to give. First and foremost, what you are giving to someone where you volunteer is your time. Time is precious commodities. If you give your time to someone just to help out, maybe 30 minutes, volunteer for a project in an association like Babylon, any others, around you, that creates as well your credibility and visibility and opportunities. So it's about giving and receiving. And I know I hear always these comments. What am I? Who am I to help? Who am I to give? Who am I to share? You are someone. You are who you are. You're Irina, you're Olga, you're Roma, you're Larissa. You're unique. And if you say, I would love to give, people will accept as well with gratefulness. It's just to ask, what do you need? That's what I ask sometimes. People approach, say, Julia, I'm doing this, X, Y, Z, nice. And I ask, how can I help you? If you are someone who would like to ask open questions. That opens up as well the conversation. So to receive, you shall first give. And that's your time, your energy, and your brain. So everyone has got something to share. Be proactive rather than reactive. So what do I mean by that? How are we with networking? Irina, you've got your hand on. So do you want to contribute a bit more? No. She said, no, I'm done. I'm done. That was from before. Anyone who's doing actively networking here, let me see. Who does it? See? Okay. Anyone who or encountered something like that, you go to a networking event, yeah? And then you feel like, oh my God, I cannot approach these people. I don't know anyone. Anyone who were in this situation before? Yeah, Irina. Okay. Thanks for being open. This is a safe circle, by the way. Absolute safe circle. Can be. So that's okay, Irina. That's absolutely okay. That's normal. The important thing is to spot. And what you can do in a networking setting, you take your glass, you go into a corner somewhere, and you observe. You see. And there are people who are lonely as well. Guess what? They also feel intimidated. They also don't know anyone. And they're looking for someone to talk. So you're in the same boat, actually. Approach these people. Take your glass, check out their name, because normally you have a name tag, and then say, oh, nice to meet you. What brings you to this event? Yeah. So these are questions which are open. Let me see. There was a kind of comment in the chat, right? Was there? Talking and learning? No. So being proactive creates a competitive advantage as well. Whether you know the subject or not, it does not matter. Open questions do open all the doors. What brings you to this event? What do you think about the keynote speaker? What was the motivation? Where do you live? People love to talk about themselves. And then naturally, you fluently continue. If you are bored in a networking conversation, who was ever bored in a networking conversation? Let me see. Raising hands. Olga. Olga said, that was boring. I want to get out. God's sake, this is. How can we get out delicately? Olga, what did you do in that situation?
Just wait when it's finished.
That's good. That's not, but sometimes it's not finishing, Olga. So that's the problem. They can go on and on and on, right? So
Right.
some tips to get out, to sneak out of this because you're completely bored, is you can ask definitely, oh, I need to have a comfort break. Toilet is always good excuse. Or you can be even more open and bold, saying, hey, guess what? Very interesting conversation, but we are here for networking. So I would like to do a round. Do it. This is normal. Everyone does it. It's nothing which is bad about this, right? So think about how you can get out and get in. Who in this circle, in this group now, finds it difficult to get into a circle where the conversation is already going on? Yeah, Irina, Julia, yep. I see so far all these people here. It's not easy. They're talking already. And you're like with your glass and you try to sneak in, It's not going to happen. And you feel like, oh God, how shall I do this? Claim your space. Take your glass, and I'm sure around the circle there's a bit space, and listen in. And people will see you after a while. Sometimes it takes a while, and they move a bit. Right? I say, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I hear the conversation goes on. Very interesting. I just picked up on XYZ. That sounds interesting. So who are you? Yeah, and you start. So you can do these kind of little techniques to be more proactive in networking, because we are there to introduce ourselves. And for that, no one will give you an invitation. You permission yourself to do and take, what shall I say, the speech within those crowds. You're the one who decides. You're the CEO of that networking circle for yourself. All right, so let's go. In order to build your skills, you shall practice. Do we believe in this? Who's believing in that? Yeah, you're right. Practice makes the master. Do you remember when you started to drive the very first time? I remember. It was a disaster. Oh God. And I was like in front of the steering wheel and thinking, okay, so what do I need to do now? Here, where is the motor is on. What am I doing here? Completely terrified. You will go through these stages when you do networking. You will be getting in and saying, what on earth am I doing here? Normal. Absolutely normal. But you fake it until you make it and you face your fears. Meaning, like you started to drive, you get into this. What? Into this networking circle. You can only observe, that's fine. Look, how we overcome fear. I had a client who was afraid to go into an elevator. Absolutely afraid. She was in panic attacks whenever she saw an elevator. So we tried to work on this, on her beliefs, if this is true what she believes, because our brain is very powerful. It can create scenarios, has got nothing to do with real life, and it can filter all the evidence to show you, you have got the great belief that networking is dangerous. And my client had the belief that elevators are dangerous. Well, mind me, to 99% it's fine, 1% it could be, but again, life is dangerous. Anyways, so we started to work on changing her mindset, creating different parameters in her brain, talking to herself. The first step that we did was just her to get into the elevator and out. In and out. In and out. That was for 1 week, in and out. Then, second week, we went in, 1 etage, out. And then 1 etage down, out. And she saw, well, nothing happens. It's actually okay. And then we started to build on this. This is practice. Same thing. Networking is and does require practice. You go, you introduce, you go, you introduce, you do your elevator pitch. And the more you do it, the more it will be fluent and also very natural. Because what I always hear is networking is not natural. It's not authentic. I don't even know how to introduce myself. That might be correct, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it. So practicing makes the master. So never shy away. First time, you don't need to talk. Take your glass, observe. Believe me, someone will approach you. Second time you go, maybe you want to approach someone who's lonely. You know, hi, how are you? Nice. Listen, go through other people. Third time, it will be better. And this is how we built our networking muscles. It's a muscle at the end of the day. If you go to fitness and you want to have, muscles, going only once will not make it. No. Same in networking. Do it. And I know you might be mothers. You have got other responsibilities. You work. Put it in your schedule like this, a goal for you. I will network twice per month. I will go to networking circles. Might be German, French, anything that happens in your commune. Check out, make a research. Seek what's going on, which industries are actually hanging out in XYZ corner. For example, in Geneva, I know last Thursday of the month, we've got commodities Thursdays. That means all the traders are there around commodities. So interesting network. Am I a commodities trader? No. But I went there and guess what? I got business there because I introduced myself. And this lady was about to leave her job and she didn't know where to start and what to do. So you will have the same. Every opportunity is creating another opportunity. And the prepared mind is meeting that opportunity. I can talk for hours, but we're going to do some role play. So your networking compass, and I'm checking okay. Who? Target people or communities. Do your research. Whom do you want to meet? Then you're going on a networking event. Check out the participant list if it's out. See who are the keynote speakers. Try to catch them right after the speech, and that is very difficult. I do this all the time because we want to introduce ourselves. But there is always a line, a queue to these people because they're very prominent, they're influential, and people want to speak to them. So you need to put yourself in there. It's not easy, but the more you do it, the more you will be a master. Why? The why. What's your goal? What's your intention? For me, is to find clients. For me, is to find business with corporates. For you, is to find a job. So how can you place yourself nicely in here? That's important. And I'm sure in Bevel On, you're talking about personal branding, identity. And that's where everything comes in, to introduce yourself. And what? The value you bring to the table. Because before that, I mentioned already, you are all equally very, very precious. So with that, what about a role play? When I say role play, we are going to mimic a scenario of networking. Who would like to be the networker? And who would like to be the one who's just standing there and waiting that someone approaches them? Let's see. Olga.
Yes. I'm ready to all.
Okay, so what to both, okay?
Yeah.
And I need another volunteer, someone who would be just, waiting there that someone approaches. Who else? We need to have a counterpart to Olga. Irina. Yes, Irina. Perfect. So you unmute yourself. Irina, which role do you want to take?
Any?
Any.
We
Okay,
can,
then
we
I
can use a
assign.
coin.
So I can assign. Give me one sec. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Yeah. So Irina, you're the one who's in a networking event and you're very famous there. You know the industry. You're one of the experts and you're also working in a very good corporation. So your position is great. You do a bit of, chit-chatting. And Olga is the one who is looking for opportunities. Okay? So you are waiting, Irina. Olga is approaching. Olga, you approached already, Irina. Now you're shaking hands. How do you introduce yourself? Let's hear and listen and observe.
Oh, um, uh, to be honest, I don't know what to say to very famous person. If I'm not ready to this, I should
Let's
prepare.
say it's not famous. Then we change it. It's not famous. She's not famous, but you know she's working in a big corporation and you want to work there. Let's do it like this.
Hello, Irina.
Hello.
It's so nice to meet you here. It's a great honor for me today. I worked a lot with different projects that was related to your company. So for me, it was for a long time very interesting to meet you in real life and to introduce myself.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you too. And which projects have you worked on? Please tell me. I'm very interested.
Olga,
I
go
was
ahead.
involved in project 1, project 2, and I also know companies that not always, often is involved in the work of your company. So I know Mr. X, Mr. Y. They told me a lot of interesting things about you and how you make in your business, and it's really interesting for me to get some your experience to my work and to my future job.
Cool. The first project, it was very successful, so it's very interesting to me. Let's start. Let's talk about what can we do for each other.
Oh,
Wow. I just stop you here then. Irina is
Okay.
very, very welcoming. That's really, she's like, yeah, sure, yeah, come on, we work together. But that doesn't happen all the time, right,
Yeah.
Irina? So the observers, what did you observe? What went well here? You can unmute yourself. We are a cozy group. What
we
went
were
well?
smiling too, we were open to each other.
Good.
And
Okay.
we start to
Perfect.
communicate with positive emotions.
Absolutely positive environment. So, anyone else? What went well here? How did Olga perform? Yes, Larissa.
I find Olga did very good, and then she demonstrated awareness about the company, so that was very good start, just to make a conversation. But what I missed, maybe the more extensive presentation of Olga,
Yes, it's
like
true.
elevator pitch. What does she do? What is her area of activities? What are her professional interests? Maybe
Yes,
a
it's
couple of
really
words
difficult for
about
me
her.
when I don't know about which project exactly. I should know exactly topic and where I work, and then I can be more concrete. But in general, if I don't have such a topic, then it's always difficult for me to talk about something.
Okay. So thanks very much, Larissa. You're absolutely right. The elevator pitch has got some components. And you don't need to know all the details, Olga. Not at all. I'm doing lots of networking. I don't know all the details either sometimes. That's okay. I'm not an expert either on anything. So the components are the following: knowing yourself, your passion, your strength, your values. This is you. What do you bring to the table? If I would be networking with Irina, where I'm looking for a job, I would say, hey, nice to meet you. I saw that you're working for Procter & Gamble. I'm just making this up, okay? Yeah. Oh, yes, I am. Wonderful. I love the company culture. It's really great. Multinational companies are so good, so good. So what are you doing there, Irina? Oh, I'm the procurement manager for XYZ, da. So, oh, wonderful, awesome, awesome. Well, you know, here we are for networking. I really love Procter & Gamble's, products. And me, I'm also passionate about project management. I love project management. And that was my job previously as well, where I led great outcomes in a big corporation. So I'm really looking here to see, how I can navigate in Geneva, Switzerland. Not easy. But if there is anything I can do for you in terms of helping, I'm always available. So you offer, you also show your passion, you show your knowledge, right? And it's not an ask that I want to have a job. It's more delicate than that. It's a bit more nice and fluent, elegant way of seeking a job, asking for a job. And you offer your services. And you see, there could be as well volunteer projects. You might need some help. I know how it is. It's not easy. Make that up. You can do that. Create your elevator pitch with your passion, strength, values, and you're set. And one or two success stories. Like I mentioned, previously, I led really a great mega transformation program, which was $1 million. Oh my God, that was a thing. And then Irina would say, yeah, I know, we always have that as well. It's not so easy. But I loved it, full of challenges, full of learning curves, anything, really loved it. So if there is anything I can do for you in terms of big projects, happy to take it on. Nice and fluid. Yeah? Not like, yeah, this and that, a bit more authenticity, and to talk about your skills, Olga. We're interested in your title, not the title that you had before. Titles can be taken away. Titles can be, you're fired, no title anymore, finished. The title is Olga. The title is Christine. The title is Larissa. The title is Julia, Daniela, Irina, Ludovica. Yeah, that, or Ludovica. Am I correct? Or Ludovica or Ludovica?
Ludovica.
Ludovica. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right. Good. This, you are the title. Create your personal brand and be proud of it. And this you can do as well online. Online on LinkedIn, but you need to have a good profile. Online on LinkedIn, you make a research of companies you want to work. You go on LinkedIn, type in whatever, the company profile will come in. There's people. You click on people, and then you see all the people who are working in, I don't know, Geneva, Switzerland. There is filters as well. Click on the people, not HR. HR is not hiring. Hiring managers are always the ones who have got the title. Procurement management, supply chain, marketing, digital marketing, sales, whatever the position you are looking for. Click on these people and connect. But don't ask for a job, don't attach CVs. Saying just, I saw your profile and that really resonated with me, especially that you're working in project management. I would like to stay connected. Done. Nothing more. Zero. Then the person is accepting, hopefully. Sometimes they don't. Don't take it personal. They don't check LinkedIn all the time. They're busy. Once they have accepted, you thank you so much for accepting my connection request. I appreciate that. You leave it there. Then you follow this person. If they do posts, you make nice comments, not only like. This is banal. I mean, this is in vain. Either you say thank you or you make a contribution. You're so right. Transformation programs can be very challenging. It really resonated with my previous job. What do you allude here? That you have experience. These are all strategies to do online networking as well. Don't think only that you need to be in person there. People do online networking as well. I do a lot. This is how I reach as well my ideal clients online. And this is how you increase as well your connections. And the ideal would be that you post as well from time to time. And you might say, hey, I'm not working. What am I going to post about? Right? Who's in this kind of bucket? What am I going to talk about? Yeah. What? Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there is a course about LinkedIn as well, but to give you, you can do anything. Books that you read, courses you attended, anything where you went to a nice hike in the Swiss Alps. Switzerland, bridging my origin, beautiful country. And what I learned from this is to listen to myself. You can do these posts. I mean, if you check my posts, I posted Japan as well with the sakura tree in front of me, where I just created a bridge about the nature. And there was an animal, there was a Bambi, there was a deer, and how we can teach even the deers to connect with humans. And we as humans can also train our brain. So there's a lot of connections where you can post. Why is that important? That creates networking as well online. Effective. You create and increase your visibility online. Headhunters will find you as well. So that's another strategy to give you on the way. Any questions around this? Because this is a topic which might be a bit intriguing.
One question, sure.
Yes, Olga.
You have said that there is 5 secrets from successful networking. I have written just 3: to be a child, like a child, to get joy, and to be proactive. That's 3. And 2 more, which one? Because I want to write and I lost it.
You need to give to receive.
Okay.
And have joy. Did we say that? Did you write this down, the joy?
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. I know, Daniela, I see your hand raised. Give me 1 sec. I'm just sharing my screen again. Oops, let's go back. Share the screen. Go up. Now it doesn't want to actually command me. I don't know why. Doesn't want to go up. Neither does. Be proactive. Be proactive, my dear.
I have this to be like a kid, get joy, be proactive. Now I have give and receive. It's force or it's separate.
You shall work and have fun. You shall move out of your comfort zone.
Comfort zone.
Yeah. And in order to
Thank
build
you
your
very
skills,
much.
you shall practice. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Perfect. So, Daniela, I guess she had her hand raised. Please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have a question regarding the preparation of the networking events. So usually when I'm preparing for attending an event, I'm looking at the list of the participants, of the companies that announce their presence there. But many times it happened that only the name of the companies have been announced, not the persons that attend the event. So this gave me I, I didn't have all the information in order to make a good preparation for the networking event. Because from my experience so far, I noticed that it's important also to have information on the persons that are attending, not only on the companies that are announced. For example, just to give a concrete example, I would say that I would have more success if I know that I will meet a person who is um, the head of legal department, for example. And this way I could start building my pitch. I have a short presentation about myself, like less 1 minute. But this speech I adapt depending on the person that with whom I'm speaking. So my question would be, what would be your advice in these cases, in case we go to networking events where we don't know much about the actual persons that will attend?
Daniela, you know, I mean, if I go networking, I don't prepare at all.
Okay.
So again, we go back to what? Being curious and open. You remember what I told you? The fear that we create in our head, it's all here, limiting beliefs. I need to be prepared. No, you don't need to be prepared. What you prepare is being open. What you prepare is asking questions. What you prepare, you've got your draft elevator pitch, the way or the other. Just go with the flow. Don't take it too serious either. People are there to have fun as well. Right? People are there to network. Whether this conversation leads to something or not, God knows. We plant the seeds and we water them, and some of them will flourish. The other one will die. The other one will just, have fun. What did I say? Have fun.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Don't put so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. It's absolutely not necessary. This is just being open. I went to networking events I had no clue about. Zero. And you invited, you go there, and I said, okay, so let's say, oh, life science. Well, am I a life scientist? No, I'm not. So, oh, interesting. Mental health. I know a bit about that. Okay. So I find the red thread somehow, thinking, oh, that's interesting. So what do you do with mental health and AI? So I'm just asking open questions, completely stupid ones. But people love to talk. And sometimes the stupid question is a good question because there are no stupid questions. Simple as that. So we need to prime our brain to say, hey, I'm just going to explore. It's an adventure.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
I was thinking that it might be useful to find a red thread with the person with whom I'm talking. Like, I don't know, to find something that we have in common, so that I will catch her or his attention more easily. Yeah, in this way, I was thinking that it might be helpful. But yeah, I think you made a very good point, and so far I have viewed of the participation at the networking event as a task which I need to control as much as I can in order to get the expected results at some point. Yeah. But yeah, I fully agree that this is not the case. So actually, it's something that could lead to something later on, but not directly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't look for an outcome, immediate outcome. Have an
Yeah.
intention, but
Yeah.
sometimes we talk to people who know people.
Yeah.
These are the people who are opening doors. You never know. So rather than having this high expectation about a networking event, put your expectation down.
Yeah.
Just go for the fun for it. Talk
Yeah.
to people. Even if you see that speaker is really great, approach. Approach immediately. Hey, I really loved your speech. What resonated with me is XYZ. Take 2-3 bullet points and the person will open up. I'm really interested in this legal work there, what you do with AI. I would be really interested. If you have any projects that I can volunteer and help you with, let me know. Done. Done. Finished. Easy.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk a lot. You don't need to talk less. You don't put pressure on yourself. Otherwise, networking is getting stressful. And networking is not stressful. Believe me, everyone is there for the same cause, for the same reason. To connect, to see how we can partner, to see how we can collaborate. Does it work out? No. Good. Perfect. No problem. Maybe you love the person and you have coffee afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Possible. Or maybe nothing comes up. Okay, it's fine. There is no pressure. Okay? Zero. As I said, have fun. Be curious like a child who does not expect anything other than fun.
Yeah.
Huh? And you will find the red thread. Don't pressure yourself. There is always something. That might be sports, might be hobbies, might be family, might be blah, might be the kid, adolescents, teenagers. Oh my God. Books, hobbies, hiking, countries, traveling, cooking, food. Food always works. Food is bridging the culture. There is a lot that you can find. There is a lot. It's a vase, it's a treasure. It's beautiful. Does this help, Daniela?
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Good. Perfect. Anyone else who has got questions around what I just said? I'm just seeing, looking. No? Perfect. And now we go to the key rules of networking. Again, you're in the sweet spot. So influencers are people who can influence decisions. Connectors are really connecting. And in a networking setting, it's not only about finding the right person to have a job offer. It's also about finding people who can connect you, finding people who can influence others' decisions, saying, you know what, I met Olga. Olga is really good in this. I would definitely recommend her. I loved her attitude. Impress with your authenticity, impress with your personality. And that's what counts, because you are the CEO of your career. You are the CEO of your life. Chief Executive Officer, you need to execute. Chief Empowerment Officer, you empower yourself. Chief Energy Officer, you energize yourself. Chief Enabler, you enable yourself. You are the CEO. And a CEO does not work alone. A CEO has got a board of directors, right? Does a CEO work on its own? No, no. So I want you to create as well the board of directors. I think, Roman, you know what? I forgot actually to send a networking guide. If you send me your email, I shall send it over so you can share with the participants about specific instructions on how to create your board of directors. Like, if you will, your advisory board. People who can be influential, where you give, you take. People who are connectors, people who will be woe for you, sponsor you, sponsorship, people who might mentor you. Yeah, give me one sec. And it's not about making the ask to these people, but also keep connections, nurture and maintain them. Maintain everything from time to time, nudge. Hey, long time no speak. What happened? Hopefully you're fine. What's going on? Nurturing it. And I do this all the time, from, you know, just randomly. And I think there is someone in the chat. Give me one moment. Talking, learning, Oh. Okay, I've got the, got the email. Thank you so much. I shall not forget it. That's important, right? Keep connecting. Making the ask is something, but keeping connection requires, again, effort, energy, and time. Moreover, oops, here we go. The networking wheel. This is as well an exercise that is for you in the, how shall I say, in this little workbook I'm going to share with you. Yeah, you're in the middle, and it looks like a pizza slice, right? Here we got, here. So same, this is for people who are working already, but think in the context of your own. Same industry, you want to have the same organization, same department, or where. Think about whom you connect with who knows who. That's the whole spider web. Maybe you know this person directly, but you don't know the other person directly. So this person, TJ, has got a great connection with DR who might be beneficial for you. Analyze your network. There are questions in the workbook which is triggering you. How diverse is your network? Because let's face it, real friends don't serve anything. They're good. That's fine. You know, we hug, we share, we laugh, okay. Deal friends are the ones who can advance, sponsor, create opportunities. So there are differences, right? So think about whom do you have in your network? Is it always the same people, same community, same likes, same old, same? You're not going to learn anything. Zero. If you want to level up yourself, surround yourself with people outside your circle, with others whom you can learn, but not always the same. I'm not saying neglect your wonderful friends. Of course not. Your besties are your besties. But to do that, to advance, to learn, to grow, you definitely need to have different networks outside your circle. Maintaining your network, again, enjoy. Don't put pressure. These are strangers you haven't met yet. And you're going to meet them. You're going to share. You're going to hear. You're going to listen. Follow your intuition as well. Sometimes our gut feeling says, hey, you know what? I shall connect with this person. And some suggestions on protocol. I know we've got all these wonderful digital cards, you know, the QR code. We're all QR codes now. Oh my God, I hate QR codes. They're practical, I mean. But business cards or something else that you want to get back. LinkedIn, immediately connect, immediately. Hey, let's connect over LinkedIn. Tuck, 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 done. And you are also thanking them that you connected. So you keep the conversation a bit going, okay? You don't leave it there. You can be as well via email. Yeah, oops. Refer to meetings as well, saying, hey, we just met yesterday in this wonderful discussion forum. I really love to stay connected. Thank you so much. Yeah? And again, offer help. Volunteer. That helps a lot to create bond, connection, and building bridges. And where to practice? Any happy hours. Any happy hours. We don't care. Seminars, workshops, I don't know, United Nations forums. There is a lot going on in Geneva. I know Geneva very well. I'm not so sure about Zurich, but I'm sure there's lots of connection requests or opportunities to network. Again, volunteer, sports activities, could be as well at any kind of work, and people from the past, your alumni. This is where you practice. And tips for extroverts versus introvert. Extroverts thrive their fast pace, easy. Introverts, better in one-to-ones. So spot your one person who's lonely as well and have a one-to-one. Listen, ask open questions. And guess what? There is no right way. It's your way. So find your way of networking. And the more you practice, the more you will find the way. It's like cutting an onion. Everyone is cutting an onion. At the end of the day, the result is the onion is cut. But how we cut is different. How we slice it is different from one person to another. The same applies for networking. You will find your way. The more you do it, you will find your way. How to introduce yourself, how to feel authentic, and how to catch the energy. That's important. And LinkedIn, I mentioned already, LinkedIn is also creating your personal brand. So make sure you have got a great LinkedIn profile. You can check mine. You can see how it is. I'm sure you're going to have and cover this as well, Roman, I guess, in the capacity building, cohort that you have, and a quote to end with is what? Networking is not about collecting contacts. It's about planting relationships. So I'm just closing here, and I'm going to go around the clock to ask what's one thing that you're going to take away and implement next week. So thank you so much for listening. I hope it was not too much information. I will share obviously the workbook with everyone so that you can work on this. So when I go from the screen, Daniela, what is one thing you're going to implement as of next week?
As of next week, I think the main message that stuck with me, one of your main messages was, don't look for an immediate outcome. This I will try to apply. And of course, all these 5 principles, be curious, act like a child, don't expect anything concrete right after the meeting. Yeah, and the rest, be proactive. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Daniela. And please do it. This is your goal. It needs to excite you, right?
Yeah.
So, Larissa, what is one thing that you took away and will implement?
First of all, thank you so much for such insightful webinar. And I doubt that I will implement only one thing. I think I would start with touching my my network with some emails and then LinkedIn, my former colleagues and so on. And of course, I would schedule some networking events. I would say I would love to attend it regularly.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Larissa. And I'm sure you've got lots in Zurich. Thank you. Christine.
Well, I actually started my own venture, which is a whole new project and a new muscle for me to train, but I'm training it, I feel it, and it feels good. For me, what I will do as of next week is keep the network warm. This is nudge people I have connected with, let's say a month ago. And then also, instead of just liking posts of LinkedIn, writing a comment. I do it now and then, but not often enough. And actually with this new project, I'm quite busy and I find it difficult then to do this follow-up to keep the network warm. So that's something I really need to train myself on and have the discipline for.
Perfect. Thank you, Christine. Irina.
First of all, I would like to thank you once again for such an interesting session. I took a lot, and the very first thing, and like a great relief for me, it is to understand that there is no right way. Only there is my way to create my network. I'm creating in personal. I just started to visiting events, and the second thing, that it is like a muscle that needed to be trained, because it was quite difficult for me to start this thing. So now I will train, even if it is not okay, I will attend the next event and the next event. It would be okay someday. So, but the very first thing, I would like to refresh my LinkedIn page. It's a little bit outdated, so maybe today or even tomorrow. Like this. So thank you once again.
Perfect, Irina. Concrete actions. We love that. This is awesome. Good. Ludovica.
Yes, hello, and thank you also from my side. It was very nice to listen to all the advices. For me, what I think is that I had a pitch, like an elevator pitch, which now is not updated anymore because I've grown up. I am changing my job, so I need to work on that. And of course, once I'm done and once I have a basis, then I need to practice and to put into practice all the advices by thinking that there is not only one pitch that you can always use, but you have to listen to the person in front of you. So I will try to meet as many people as possible in different occasions to practice and see the reaction.
Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Love this. Tetiana.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the session. I think that I will give to myself like one specific task. Yesterday, I identified a person that I wanted to reach out to on LinkedIn. It's not done yet, so probably I can benefit from your advice, please. Actually, as you mentioned at the beginning, there are a lot of job opportunities that are not, sometimes they are, well, very often they are not advertised on their websites. And there is one company that I'm really interested in. And well, this is an HR person, but I would really appreciate like to having like a chat with her or whatever. Probably there are some like hidden opportunities that would be better fit for my profile or whatever. Do you have any advice? Like, because I'm still like drafting my message and I'm like not happy with it. Is it?
Okay. Thank you, Tetiana. Thank you. Olga.
First of all, I want to say that not a lot of people can inspire me, but you made it. So thank you so much. It was really wonderful for me. And I liked so much all what you said. And most of all, I remember it phrase that from nothing comes nothing. So I will try this week, make something not to get nothing again.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you for your kind words. This was really wonderful, dear to my heart. Thank you. And Julia.
Thank you once again for your insights. And what about me? Yeah, I have to upgrade LinkedIn, obviously. And for me, I will do like networking, not like a challenge, but sometimes like a joy. I will try it, but not some like a challenge. Yeah. Thank you.
It's not a race. It's not a race. There's no pressure. You go there for the fun for it, and something comes out, I'm sure. You never know. You never know. I experience so much wonders sometimes, surprises you can't imagine. And last but not least, maybe shall I put the man on the spot here, the one and only Roman? Anything for you? You're the facilitator, by the way. You don't need to answer, but maybe there was something I could inspire you with.
Actually, you inspired me last time, and yesterday I upgraded my LinkedIn page, and it works. I see the rate of people are coming is higher now, so actually it's really worth to do it. And what about today's session? I noticed again and again, go outside, create possibilities by yourself, connect people where you can. So it's really helpful, and I will go today as well after the session.
Perfect, wonderful. That's the spirit. So with that, with no further ado, if there is anything else I can help you with, let me know. And I thank you so much for your participation. Are there any? Yes, Christine.
Yeah, thank you, Julia. I also liked this time together a lot. But so you will send us a workbook and these slides too?
I can send them as well. Roman, you mentioned in the chat, right? And one moment, I need to get the chat out. Here, give me 1 sec. I will share the presentation. Okay, Romanco Babylon. Okay, got that. Okay, I will share the presentation and as well the workbook. Okay, that
And
you
then
can work on.
Roman will
We
send
will
it
share
to
with
us.
all of you. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. It's always good to have this reminder through the slide.
Thank you, Christine. What other questions do you have for me?
I think you are pretty clear.
Now
You
you
never know.
just need actions.
Exactly. Now we move into action, okay? Promise?
Yeah.
Pledge? Promise? Hands up. Let me see. Yep. Good. Perfect. So I wish you a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for your time, your precious time. And I wish you happy, fun networking.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you
Have a
so
good one.
Yes,
much.
thank you
Thank
to
you.
Julia,
Bye.
Kurt, for sharing
Everybody.
your
Thank you.
insights, and to
Bye.
each
Thank
of you
you.
for showing up. Yeah, happy networking for all of us. Bye.
Happy networking.
That's true. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.